The movie begins with Kimberly, a contestant on her way to the West Virginia forest to film a survival reality show. At the time, she was on the phone with her manager, who was telling her where she was. At the crossroads. Her bosses ask her to choose the paper factory route, and she drives her car towards it. Coming on this road, her call is disconnected. When she checks mobile, it is out of signal. While checking mobile, a man is hit with her car coming in front of it. She has gone upset and getting off the car. She goes to check him. And she is praying for his life. He was still alive with short breaths. She wanted to help him. Coming near him, she is caught by him. Biting on her lower lip, he detaches it and chews. Kimberly is twisting in pain. She attempts to escape from there but faces one more mutant who catches her. And that mutant was Three Fingers. Standing Kimberly straight, he splits her into two parts with both axe. Leave separately, taking her singly apart. And this scene is very disturbing. After that, retired call named Dale Murphy is shown, who was hosting the reality show in the West Virginia forest. The show name is The Apocalypse. This show involves 6 participants including Kimberly but could not reach because she was victimized by the mutants. A boy named Michelle was stealing the show, and he was also the director of show. All are ready for shooting, but Kimberly is still absent. Michelle decides to start the shooting without her, and he requests to show second producer Mara to be the 6th contestant of this show, and she agrees. They set cameras throughout the forest so they keep an eye on all contestants. They also fix camera on every contestant. Then they start shooting. Dale assigns them a strange task of searching food in the forest. He divides the 6 contestants into a separate team, telling all rules. Their show is started. In the footage through the fixed camera and RV, we view Neil, who is toileting at that time. Meanwhile, Three-Finger Mutant catches him coming from the backside, and he kills him, cutting his throat. We see Dale, who is making the setup of games, standing in the forest. He finds his vehicle punctured with a pricked arrow in its tire as he comes back to it. After that, someone also darts arrows on him. Saving himself, he hides behind the trees. In front of him, Three Fingers Mutant throws an axe on him. He survives from axe, and he brings out the knife, throwing it to Three Fingers Mutant, exactly leaving no effects. And he licks his own blood-stained knife. And then another mutant appears out of nowhere. He knocks Dale out cold, hitting him on the other side. Michelle, who is shooting Team A, aiming to make his channel famous. He wanted to show the whole world the other things with the survival reality. But Jake forbids to do as such. He says, "My family will also be viewer." Saying it, he leaves from there. But Elena did not want to miss this chance. She wanted to be prominent in the show, so she tempts Michelle. Elena and Mara are assigned a task. This task was to go near the river for its completion. Running, they come near the rive hurriedly, and Mara moves forward to complete the task. And she completes the task in a split of a second. But looking at Michelle and Elena, she is disheartened because she was doing all that for Michael. She is saddened. On it, Elena gets across her. Amber and Jonesy sees a BBQ, and they consider it their task, and they leave lifting it with the help of Claw. Mara wanted to leave the area, so she walks in front of a house. She enters the house in order to locate a telephone. In the house, they observe the photos of the 4 distorted people, including Pa, Ma, sister, and brother. They were very dangerous mutants. As they are looking all these photos, someone enters screaming, and they see at a glance stealthily. There is Mother and Sister. Mother was suffering the delivery pain. Sister lays her on the table and she breeds a child. That child was very horrible. Elena and Mara were observing them. Suddenly Sister glances at them. She is nearly to pounce them. They close the door, taking the support of bed. They shut it forcefully. Outside, however, Sister is slamming the door. All of the windows are securely shut. They are distressed, having no way of escapism. They don't understand what should be done, so they have to come outside through the toilet hole. They are running hastily to rescue their lives, but noticing them, Pa throws an axe which strikes on the head of Mara. Elena does not stop there to save her and flees. Coming there, Pa brings out the axe from Mara's head and pursues Elena. Elena is hidden there and tries hard to save her life. On the other side, Ma comes there to take Pa by truck, and she has fastened Mara on the truck. Chewing her finger, she throws it away, and that finger falls exactly near Elena. Nina tries to keep quiet by placing her hand on her mouth. As those cannibals leave, Elena also escapes. Michelle goes to RV, leaving that place, and Elena is left back alone. Brother is noticing Elena for a long time, and at the exact time, sister also arrives and there. Seeing her, she feels jealousy and begins to beat her brother. As Elena is escaping, sister chases her holding a knife. She attacks on her back with knife many times. She injures her as violently as her spine is visible, and she is dead at the spot. Coming into conscious, Dale finds himself hanging upside down. Three-Finger is in front of him, who is making dinner while cutting Neil. Meanwhile, Pa and Ma arrive by truck. They leave after placing Mara's body there. Three-Finger is nearly murdering Dale, but Dale frees himself, wounding him. Dale is a brave soldier, and he courageously faced Three-Finger. At last, snatching the gun from Three-Finger, he shoots him. Coming into RV, Michelle is checking all cameras. Suddenly, driving of RV starts automatically. Michelle thinks that Neil is driving it, but RV is being driven by Ma, and they seize Michelle, and Pa leaves him injured, beating too much. On the other side, Amber, Jonesy and Jake are enjoying the BBQ. Elena is much worried and reaches there trembling. Revealing everything, she says, "We should not stay here even for a single minute." Jonesy takes the acting part of show, and she is dramatizing. Then suddenly Amber notices the Kimberly's tattoo on the BBQ, which they are eating. They are actually eating the leg of Kimberly and know about it. Observing it, they don't stop there and leave the place. Coming to RV, they find nothing. Then they decide to move towards paper mill, saving their lives. Dale also searches that house in which he meets Nard. Nard is the owner of gas station in the part of movie. Dale is stitching his wounds inside. Nard tells him about the mutants. He tells that these mutants are the production of the inbreeding and chemical waste of paper mill. Because he knows Dale murdered Three-Finger, he attacks him, claiming that Three-Finger was his son. Dale picks the kept dynamite there, and he touches it with Nard. There is a big blast, and Nard is scattered into small pieces. After that, Dale prepares him for a fight with the mutants, collecting all equipment. They all four-person are searching for that mill. Then they hear the screaming sound brother and sister who pursue them. Seeing Nina shows the vanity again and escapes, leaving them. They all three face them and escape after fighting. While running, Nina falls into a pit. She tries to come outside but entraps there. Nina is a self-seeker. She was escaped, leaving all behind. In spite of this, Jake decides to search her. He sends Amber and Jonesy towards Mill, saying he himself goes for searching Nina. He runs for Nina's help as he hears searching. Her shriek. He rescues her successfully, but his shoulder is fractured. They hear the sound of coming trucks, so run. While running, they reach at the last brink. There is a river at the below side. The sister soon reaches there, firing on them. They have no other way to rescue them, so jump into the river. Amber and Jonesy are running, and Jonesy is entrapped. While rescuing him, Amber is also caught in this trap. At the same time, Pa and Ma also reach there. Pa is targeting them but gives the chance to Brother. Brother kills him with his first attack. Nina and Jake approaches at Mill with a great effort. They find a little girl skeleton in a cupboard, and Nina is afraid seeing it. She thinks about little girl as she had hidden here from mutants, and she died while waiting. Frightened, Nina begins to leave, but Jake holds her, and he says that Jonesy and Amber are nearly to come here. We should wait for them. They notice the number of cars of sufferers. Their RV was also there, where the shrieking of Michael was coming continuously. They both move ahead to save his life. As Jake goes inside, he sees a live video of Michael, and Ma murders him mercilessly. Then Jack comes to know, as this is a trap for them. But the time was past. They also catch both of them. Coming into senses, Nina finds herself tied before dining table, and Jake was in hanging posture. Then there is a time of dinner for that family and they pray before it. Brother puts the food into Nina's mouth forcefully. Here we know that factory was their actual house. Ma throws the left part of body into the grinding machine, and Dale is covertly observing her. Coming outside, Dale's act of moving creates sound. On it, everyone is alert and starts searching him. Dale blows up the brother and sister with the dynamite, entrapping them. Nina tries to free her inside. Meanwhile, Dale frees her reaching there. Afterward, he also unties Jake. Ma and Pa also arrive there at that time, and they lose their temper when they see their kids splitting up. Pa darts the arrow on Dale for many times, but he was muscular. Ma throws a sharp tool on him that is wrapped round on his neck, cutting it. His blood flows much and he is dead at the spot. Nina escapes from that mill with a great struggle, but Jake mistakenly enters the room of grinding machine. Ma and Pa also go there and try everything they can to get him into the grinding machine. Nina hears the shrieking of Jake, and she goes there for his help, and biting on the neck of Pa, she plucks out his skin. Beating Pa, Jack tries to pull him towards the grinding machine. Consequently, Ma removes him from the grinding machine on the spot. Nina pulls a lever and a moving log hits them, throwing into the grinding machine. As a result, they are crushed into the smallest pieces. Nina and Jack get into their car and drive away. It is revealed that Three Finger is still alive. He serves the Mars finger as a meal to a distorted child, and the movie ends here with it.